Tonight, 9 out of 10 wrongful death lawsuits stemming from the deadly 2021 Astroworld concert have been settled out of court. According to a lawyer for concert promoter Live Nation, who said this in court today. The families of those 10 victims suing after their loved ones died in a chaotic crowd crush in Houston, Texas. Scenes like this of thousands of concert goers stampeding, "Stop the show!" screaming for help, begging a cameraman to call for help, while superstar rapper Travis Scott kept performing, even as an ambulance tried to drive through the crowd. In the aftermath, Travis Scott heavily criticized for not stopping and calling for help, even facing a police investigation, but avoiding criminal charges after a grand jury declined to indict him.
I could never imagine anything like this.
Scott spoke out nearly a month after the disaster, saying he couldn't hear the cries for help, and last year telling GQ he was devastated. The tragic scenes followed by these moments from other singers, like singer SZA.
And it's important that we just make sure that they're okay.
Stopping a show just days later after a fan passed out.
Do we have an inhaler? Can we just grab one?
And Billie Eilish, pausing to get a fan an inhaler. In 2022, Scott launched an initiative, Project Heal, aiming to make event spaces safer. But that didn't impress the family of 9-year-old victim Ezra Blount, the youngest victim of the Astroworld concert, who called the move, quote, a PR stunt in an interview with the Rolling Stone. Blount's family is the only one of the 10 who haven't settled with the defendants, intending to go to trial. And even then, the legal saga is far from over for Astroworld's organizers. Around 2,400 injury cases are still pending, as those hurt and traumatized by the concert seek compensation and closure. All those who've been sued, including Travis Scott and Live Nation, have denied all claims, saying safety was their first concern and they couldn't foresee what happened.
Not surprised that this case got settled. There's a couple reasons. One, which is probably the saddest of all, is the cost to litigate the case and using that as a reason to settle the case, because it is going to take a tremendous amount of money. There's exposure, and so it's cheaper to settle it. However, with 9 out of 10 of these families that suffered a loss, it's likely that they understood the exposure they had, which basically centers around how foreseeable is it that somebody at a concert could get hurt or killed. And, these kinds of things are happening all the time at concerts that don't have enough security, whatever kind of music it is, they're serving alcohol, there's a huge crowd. I mean, everybody knows that is foreseeable that somebody could get hurt or die. And, that's like a classic combination and factors that are going to end up bad. So they have to provide safety and, some kind of security system and have those kinds of things in place to provide a safe environment for everybody to go see a show. And they're not doing it. And they're doing it because they can profit more from not providing those services. It costs money, it eats into the profit. So that's basically, where these things are going to go. These wrongful death cases, I mean, they have generally tremendous value. The one case that isn't, settling in this group, it's tough to say whether or not that's a smart move or a bad move. It's a gutsy move. I mean, the family probably wants to have their day in court, to take it to trial and put it in front of 12 jurors and see what the outcome is. And that's sort of like that process is part of the justice that they're probably looking for. I would imagine that there was a significant amount of money on the table that they said no to, or maybe they were greedy and they asked for more than the rest of them and just didn't want to settle. My guess is that it's going to go to a trial because they want their day in court and, that sense of justice. I think this will look terrible in front of a jury. It's just so foreseeable that at a concert, I mean, this has been going on since the 60s, since the Rolling Stones had the Altamont incident and all that kind of thing. So these concerts, they have to provide security and have some plans and be professional about it. It's super simple. And to not do that and watch kids die, good luck with that in front of a jury. That's going to go out of the park. So if I was the Live Nation or all that, I would settle this. The argument is ultimately going to be that these companies are putting profit above people's lives and safety, and it's real easy for a jury to come out with a huge verdict. So again, it doesn't surprise me. If you've been involved with something like this or somebody absolutely want to talk to a lawyer. Each case is going to be unique in its value, and they tend to be pretty tough to fight. So give us a call. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.